Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, and this is the third Saturday. It is Frank Barton's time to be in here. I know that. We've talked a little fishing here, and Frank.
Got to get a picture of this.
Yeah, Frank's all propped up listening to all this fishing talk on here. We did talk some duck hunting earlier. Now,
thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. But we're really happy to have Justin Atkins on with us, Forest Wood Cup champion. And we've kind of held him over a little bit because we've got another regular, seems like, on Outdoors with Larry Ray. He is the director of PR for FLW, and I know that Joe Opager had a chance to take part of this history last weekend. Good morning, Joe. Hey, Joe, good morning.
Hello.
Hey, Joe. Good morning.
How's it going, guys?
All right. Well, you were there last weekend. You saw what happened in this second heaviest closing day stringer, I think, maybe in the history of the Cup, if I'm not mistaken. He brought in over 22 pounds, Ron?
Yeah, over 22 pounds.
Wow. And Justin, and I know Justin, as we talked to Joe, you got a little bit of Mississippi connection. We wanted to get in there before we got up. Tell us where you're from.
I'm originally from Columbus, Mississippi, in a little community called New Hope. I went to New Hope High School.
Yeah, know where that's at.
Yeah. He's from Mississippi part, and then and tell us. We're going to talk to your sponsors real quick here, and you've just got one that really has ties to this show. That's Stacy Walker and Prime One Camo. So tell our listeners about your connection with Prime One Camo.
Absolutely. Prime One Camo is a new camo company Stacy and Lance Walker come out with, and it's actually kind of a great connection. I mean, they're good friends of mine, but she was new coming out with this camouflage company, and I'm new, coming out onto the fishing scene, and they were wanting to try to do some sponsorship, and I'm forever grateful for them because, they took a gamble, on a rookie. There was a lot of people they could have picked that would have been glad to, do the deal that I did. And they chose me. I'm forever thankful for them. And, everybody, if you don't know or haven't seen it by now, you definitely have to check out Prime One Camo. It's revolutionary. It's unbelievable. And everybody definitely should go check it out. And they're class act people. Hands down, do anything for anybody.
Justin, without your sponsors, you couldn't do this. And I mean, Hummingbird,
He works for Hummingbird, yeah.
There was a question at the press conference after the final day. Somebody says, well, a lot of the guys couldn't find the cane piles on their units. And you said you didn't have a problem doing that. And, of course, you've got to have some good sunglasses so you can see the fish breaking and all the glare, and sometimes be able to see some of the tops of those cane piles. I mean, that's important to have good equipment, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. At the press conference, somebody said something about finding a lot of cane piles, and one of the top finishers said, well, you can't really see them.
Yeah, right.
And I said, I cut him off. I said, yes, you can. If you run Hummingbirds, that new Mega Image is awesome. I could see those cane piles 100 foot out on the side, see the shadow off of them, see the fish returns inside the shadow. I mean, it was awesome. I knew exactly which ones had the most fish, the biggest fish. By the end of the week, I had started figuring out kind of how they set up, if they were striper, if they were largemouth, if they were oblong, if they had a striper, all that. I mean, like, these new Hummingbirds are unbelievable how good they are, and it took me just a little bit of time kind of getting used to them. I'd always run a competitive brand. Unit is the first year I'd had them, but after I got them figured out, man, I am dialed in with those things. And you're exactly right about the sunglasses. Costa Del Mar sunglasses are second to none. I was at the mall the other day talking to someone, and a sunglass salesman come up and told me that I need to be wearing Maui Jims. Those were hands down the best. I said, dude, you have lost your mind. we sat there for probably 10 minutes and just having a good old debate about it.
There you go.
Costa Del Mar sunglasses are hands down the best glass sunglass frame, most comfortable, everything. If you're an outdoorsman or just anybody that, has sunglasses involved in their life on day-to-day, if you're not wearing Costas, you're missing out on that too.
All right.
Absolutely.
Ron was saying the glare was, really bad in the mornings, but I could see those schooling fish through it. Costas cut that down. It was awesome.
Well, let me ask, Joe, you're hearing the enthusiasm from this young man. This is what the FLW is about. I mean, you got 53 of the best in the world fishing last weekend. And what does it mean to the sport to have, I'm a golfer. I love to watch these young guys. 24-year-old Justin Thomas just wins the PGA. Look at what you got here in Justin. I mean, doesn't this pump more enthusiasm into the FLW?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in the year that I've worked with him so far, Justin's been a great representative for FLW and the sport of professional bass fishing, and he really did it the right way. I mean, I guess there is no right way, but he did it the way that we've been trying to accomplish it for over the years. He came up through college fishing and fished the BFL level and worked his way up. He had success at those levels and worked his way up to the tour this year. And obviously, no one could have predicted the success that he's had here in his rookie season on tour, but it's been awesome to see, and we're extremely happy to have a champion like Justin Atkins, and he's going to be a great representative for FLW and the sport going forth.
Only the third rookie in FLW Tour to win the Forest Wood Cup, right? Only the third rookie to win this.
Yes, he joins Luke Clausen and Jacob Wheeler as rookies who have won the Forest Wood Cup in their rookie seasons, and that's pretty good company to be amongst, that's for sure.
Hey, Joe, Columbia, South Carolina really showed up for the Forest Wood Cup. I have to tell you, the record crowds at the launches, at the expo, at the weigh-ins were absolutely tremendous. We've got to be happy about what happened in Columbia there, can't we?
Oh, absolutely. We didn't think we could top it then when we were there in 2014. That was such a great event for us. But we did it last weekend. I mean, we had over 68,000 fans come through the expo and the weigh-ins each day. And, the final day on Sunday night was a packed house. There wasn't an empty seat in that place. So it was really fun to be a part of, and Columbia really showed out. And, I don't know when we're going back, but it's only a matter of time. We'll be back soon.
Well, let me ask Justin. Justin, you've had a little time to get come. You say you're still in orbit and everything. What was going through your mind at the weigh-in, and kind of describe the moment and what you were thinking about? You had to be thinking about your family, thinking about other young anglers with dreams like you that were able to do this. I know you've got a lot of faith, so kind of tell us a little bit about the way it went for you on that final day.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where it gets really real at. I jumped out on the limb of faith this year. This is something I've always wanted to do, and I felt like I prayed hard about it, and that was kind of God showed his opportunity here that this is where he wanted me and this is what I need to do. And, all year it was, leading up to that moment. And, I pull up at the back of the arena, get ready for weigh-in, and it still hasn't even crossed my mind. All I've been thinking about is just catching the next big bass that I can catch, and that's how I've tried to approach every day. And we get back there backstage, and it starts really sinking in, like this is about to happen. And, when he called Brandon's weight and I was announced the champion, the first thing I wanted to do was to be sure to, congratulate Brandon on a great tournament. Things
Absolutely.
Like that, and then go celebrate because, there's nothing worse than the feeling of defeat.
Absolutely.
So I definitely wanted to try to think of him first on that. And,
Justin.
Standing up there holding that win, you're right. I mean, it's just a relief for my family. I mean, I go out there and I do it for them. My wife, my parents, my friends, everybody that's always helped me. And, it's definitely all for them. So it was just, it was a relief. It's kind of like, I'm here, guys. This is what we've all been shooting for, and, we did it.
Justin, I was really surprised during that final weigh-in. You were the second to the last to weigh in, and then you had Brandon Cobb, the guy closest to you that could win it, a local from on Lake Murray. Did it surprise you that he only had 4 fish? It surprised me.
Absolutely. Yeah, it really blew my mind. That's kind of when I knew,
it
was just my day.
Yeah.
Because we had a rotation that we were both fishing places that we had kind of only found. But come tournament time, we kind of realized that we did have some rotation that we were both sharing.
Right.
And Brandon actually started in an area that final day, and I had kind of fished, but I was going to a different area of the lake that morning. So I knew that he was starting off down in that corner, so I just kind of left him that whole run. And I went to another area, which is where, it was actually a great decision because, they were schooling when I pulled up, and I caught a huge bag of fish, and, it worked out great. But I ended up going back to the area that he had started in and culled one really big fish, at like 1 o'clock, and ended up catching 2 more that were really good that didn't help me, on all that stuff that he'd done fished through that day. And I was just like, at 1 o'clock, I caught a 4-pounder to cull, like a 3 1/4 pounder. And when I put it in the net, I looked at my cameraman. I said, it's my day.
It's your day.
Absolutely.
You have those moments in
you had it,
kind
young
of
man.
professional career, where
yeah.
you can't do it wrong, and you just know it's your day.
Right. Joe, we just got a few seconds left. Next year, 2018, the Forest Wood Cup is going back to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Talk to us.
Yes, absolutely. We announced it on stage at the Forest Wood Cup this year. Next year, August 10th through 12th of 2018, we return to Lake Ouachita in Hot Springs for the 23rd Forest Wood Cup. And we're excited. Like Justin said in his interview after the event, we're ready to go. Let's get to Lake Okeechobee and kick the season off.
Yeah, I think Justin's ready. Guys, thank you, Justin. Again, congratulations, buddy. We're going to stay in touch with you. I think
we're going to follow you.
Yeah, you got your head on straight. Even though you've got an X on your back now, that's. I think you can handle it and everything. But thank you both of you guys for taking time to be on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and we'll stay in touch. Okay, Joe?
Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. I enjoyed it, guys.
You guys have a good one. All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. We're going to come back and talk frog togs. And we get Frank Barton back in the conversation now. Wake him up. Wake him up. We'll be right back.